Graduates of 2026, please sit. Good morning. Parents and families, over the past 4 years, you have been an important part of the lives of these students. You've been there to encourage, to cheer on, to counsel, and to support. You have prodded, disciplined, scolded, and guided. Your abilities, your compassion, and your willingness to help your student have made it possible for him or her to be here today. Without you, he or she would not be experiencing this special day. For that reason, graduation is not only a celebration of the students, but also a celebration of your dedication to our students. In honor of our seniors, we would like to have our graduation ceremony to be one of dignity and formality. Please refrain from cheering, shouting, or whistling while the ceremony is in progress. If this occurs when your student senior's name is called, the next senior's name cannot be heard, and this robs them of their special recognition. There will be a time for joyful celebration during this ceremony. You and your student have invested a tremendous amount of time, effort, and money to reach this point. We feel that we owe you the most impressive ceremony possible. We appreciate all that you have done for your student and for Northern Nash High School. We applaud your participation and congratulations to the class of 2026.
Good morning. All right. It is an honor to have many distinguished guests today, and I would like to recognize them all at this time. Please stand as I call your name and hold all applause until the end. Today, from the Nash County Public Schools Board of Education, we have Dr. LaShonda Washington, Lank Dunton, Dr. Denova Chavis, Mr. Ricky Jenkins, Mr. Jamin Whitfield. Next, from the Nash County Public Schools Superintendent Office, we have Dr. Stephen Ellis, the Superintendent of Nash County Public Schools. Dr. Leon Farrell Jr., the Associate Superintendent of Student Support Services and Operations. Mrs. Sheila Wallace, the Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. Mrs. Angie Miller, the Special Assistant of Auxiliary Services and Athletics. And Mrs. Melissa Dancy Smith, the Assistant Superintendent of Academics and Accountability. Also give it up for on the floor our cabinet members and Nash County Public School principals and other central office personnel. The class of 2026 would like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule and celebrating this joyous occasion. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, okay?
Good morning, parents, friends, family, faculty, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the class of 2026. It has been my honor to serve as senior class president for this year, and it is my honor to be speaking in front of you all today. Recently, Coach Drake tasked me with one final assignment, a speech that recaps our senior year. And while I never really had a hard time with his assignments because me and my classmates collaborated on them, this one was fairly different. There are a million things that I could talk about, both in and out of school, that happened this year. The football team's playoff run, the basketball team's state championship victory, the first homecoming dance in years, the senior cookout, prom, splat wars, senior assassin, the senior trip, and so much more. This year has truly been OC. This year has been filled with ups and downs, laughs and cries, and everything else you can think of thrown in between. Senioritis has played each and every one of us in so many ways, you would think it was actually contagious. There were so many lasts of this year. Last practices, last games, last parking lot hangouts, last hallway meetups and TikToks. We walked these halls for the last time, taking our last classes and last tests, whether we really tried or not. There are so many ways to think about this year, so many things that can be said. But if I were to sum it all up in one word, it would be legacy. Because legacy isn't just the highlights, but it's the impact that we leave behind. Lauryn Hill once said, if everyone is a product of this society, who will say the things that need to be said and do the things that need to be done? And to me, this means that if everyone is a product of where they come from, who will be the difference, the change that leaves a new legacy? I believe that this class in this year has been that difference. Now, we're all just kids going to school in the Little Rocky Mount, living in all the little nowhere towns around it. Yet, in this year, we've stood to become even more than that. In a world of followers, we've chosen to lead. In athletics, we made the name of Northern Nash known statewide and SG's teams into record books. And as people, we've stood as leaders and mentors to the youth and volunteered our time to those in need. We have pushed the boundaries beyond what is the minimum and gone further and further beyond. So often, people accept mediocrity, discard their dreams, live a typical life doing the bare minimum because that's all they think they have to do. They'll tell you that it's unrealistic to go pro or build a business or make content. They'll tell you to make the safe decision, don't do too much. Yet, as far as I've seen, this class has never bought into that. We've never let the odds be stacked against us. We will leave the legacy of what happens when you go beyond your limit because that's what we've done this year. We've consistently believed in making the impossible possible because we know that's what we're able to do. For example, I know we all remember Chris Silver on the basketball team freshman year. But no matter what you said about Chris, both then and now, you could never convince him he wasn't a winner. And eventually, reality caught up to his beliefs. Chris is now a state champion, and he even led the nation in blocks. I've even gone out with Chris and seen Chris scream, "Is that the Chris Silver?" He's reached that point because he believed and he worked for it, just like everyone else in his class. We believe we can be more than just average, and we have been, and God willing, each and every one of us will continue to be. I stand in a room full of real paper chasers, motivated individuals, hungry to be more than just regular, and today we take that first step. So in closing, after you walk this stage, collect your diploma, and leave this building, don't leave behind the legacy that you've created. Don't forget the greatness you strive for. Carry it with you wherever you go, and let it lead you to success. This isn't the end of our story, it's just the beginning of our legacy. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2026.
Good morning to our special guests, staff, loved ones, and last but certainly not least, the class of 2026. My name is Kara Brake, and I have had the honor and privilege of serving as student body president this year at Northern Nash. I would like to thank my parents and siblings for supporting me through everything and believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. This year has been nothing short of meaningful. We have shared everything from our joy and laughter to our tears and hardships. Today, we have reached a tremendous milestone. We are celebrating not only our achievements, but also the journey we have been on our whole lives. Once upon a time, all we had to worry about was learning how to count to 10, making sure our shoes were on the correct foot, and the difference between purple and blue. The worst thing our parents could tell us was no when we asked to eat cookies for dinner. Walking in a single file line was mandatory. Recess was the highlight of our day. The playground gossip was our T page. TikTok was called Musical.ly. Field trips felt like a 5-star vacation, and we were friends with everyone in our class. We had so many first days of school ahead of us. Somewhere along those lines, 5th grade graduation finally arrived, which meant it was time for our next chapter, middle school. And let's just say it was not what we expected. We faced more challenges than most, not only having to deal with group projects and elective classes, uniforms, and puberty, but also adapting to a world that was uncertain. An extra long summer turned into remote learning and logging on to Zoom at 8 a.m. in the morning, where I may or may not have been flipping pancakes when my camera was facing the ceiling. When we could return, it was social distancing, masks, and eating lunch outside, which made it harder to connect with each other, but somehow we found a way through it all. We finally got back to normal just in time for high school, which was somehow the longest and shortest 4 years of my life. Walking through those doors as freshmen, we thought we had everything figured out. Some of us were excited, some were nervous. Honestly, we had no clue what high school had in store for us. Suddenly, we had more freedom, but that also came with more responsibility that we weren't so used to having, such as having actual homework on the first day of school, followed by a test shortly after. We had higher expectations in almost every aspect of our lives, from our parents, teachers, and peers. The upperclassmen looked so big and grown up until we became the upperclassmen. Over these last 4 years, we experienced so much. Friday night lights, spirit weeks, PBIS celebrations, stressful exams, pulling all-nighters to do projects we waited up until the last minute to do, and dressing our best for prom. Somehow between the 7:30 bell on the first day of school back in 2022 and senior sunset of 2026, we grew up. We became strong-willed and determined individuals, conference champions, and role models in our community. Before we leave today, I would like to leave you all with something. Someone special to me reminded me about a month ago at our Evening of Excellence ceremony that we come from just that, excellence. And that resonated with me. Look around the room. Everyone has excellence within them, no matter their situation. She told us that we come from excellence, and that will lead us to endless possibilities. This means you can make your wildest dreams come true just by putting in the work and believing in yourself to achieve your goals. We all have limitless potential, and sometimes it is harder to convince yourself than it is others. So reach for the stars, climb that hill, or simply just keep dreaming, or just keep swimming, as Dory would say. Although we may be the smallest class, I also think we are the brightest. So hold your head high as you walk the stage, because you deserve every bit of recognition. And remember to always be driven by excellence and inspired by possibility. As we always say, once a night, always a night. Congratulations to class of 2026.
Leighton Azavian Alston, cum laude. Adam Allah Alzer, magna cum laude. Baraya Muhammad Alzubi, cum laude. Shania Nicole Amos. Riley Grace Armstrong, magna cum laude. Jemiah Bernice Arrington. Jaden Lamont Arrington. Karayan Brennan Avent. Christian Allen Barnes. Isabel Diana Barnes, magna cum laude. Antonio Jaheim Battle. Christopher Justin Battle. Tristan Rayshawn Battle, cum laude. Zyneria Charmaine Battle. Darian Tyree Beeman. Christopher Joseph Beck. Ryan Madison Bell. Hayden Maylee Bellamy. Abigail Jewel Benson. Luis David Burdell. Olivia Armaya Blackman. Michaela Cadence Marie Blue. Makai Sincere Boone. Cara Madeline Brake, magna cum laude. Aviana Darion Brown. Nigeria Ablasia Lenice Bryant. Jensen Rain Garcia Columlum, magna cum laude. Heaven Renee Cameron. Elijah Neil Clark. Jacoby Raymond Clark. Travion Alexander Cook, magna cum laude. Micah Brennan Cooley. Isaiah Charlene Neve Cooper. Montravion Nize Cooper. Carlos Miguel Council Jr. Donovan Keith Kuzar. Brian Cordell Craig. Bella Harmony Davis, cum laude. Christine Marie Davis. Gaia D. Taranto, summa cum laude. Ayin Adia Diallo, magna cum laude. Kennedy Diaz Mateas. Shakaya Tremea Dickens, magna cum laude. Anthony Raphael Dora. Jaizir Marquise Epps. Jocelyn Escobar Lopez, cum laude. Braxton Joseph Evans. Derek Josie Evans. Kalea Lakeisha Evans. Nijay Kamayas Evans, magna cum laude. Alexia Janae Faison. Aaron Michael Fleming, magna cum laude. Abel Yahir Flores Araya, cum laude. Rakaya Shanice Monique Foreman, cum laude. Patricia Annalise Freeman. Maylee Grace Gardner, summa cum laude. Chloe Willow Garris, magna cum laude. Hamina Gonzalez Araga.
Kamaya Lene Higgins. Jameer Mackay Harris. Ramsey Tate Harris, summa cum laude. Christopher Jace Harrison. Layla Sharif Hassan, summa cum laude. Lauren Latress Hedgepeth. Denia Najee Hilliard. Zanaya Marquay Hinton. Jai Kellen Hudson. Donald Trevon Hunter. Bailey Elizabeth Ingram. Ariana Sophia Jackson. Ruby Christina Jacobs. Abraham Jaimez Nahira. Hannah Marie Jenkins, cum laude. Henry Jimenez Antonio. Aaron Elijah Johnson. Jameer Savon Johnson. Jordan Jameer Johnson. Justin Zacchaeus Johnson. Malia Kane Johnson. Madison Maquasia Johnson. Saisha Adriana Johnson. Jacob Riley Jones. Kamira Janae Jones. Tristan Jacavion Jones. Zamarius Jamal Jones. Kaina Joseph. Jackson Randall Joyner. Landon Patrick Keith, magna cum laude. William Luis Coack III. Demarion Artez Lewis. Bernardo Lins Govia Lima, cum laude. Harry Liu, summa cum laude. Ava Peyton Lloyd, summa cum laude. Aaliyah Marie Lynch, summa cum laude. Ashlyn Lene Lynch. Kesia Liberty Lynch, summa cum laude. Jacob Tyrell Lynch. Zion Samaje Quadez Ruiz Lyons. Ella Claire Mallory, summa cum laude. Jehiah Jean Marshall, magna cum laude. Amaya Renee Marshburn. Justin Lamont Maryland. Jonathan Eduardo Masaregos. Alexander Felix Masters. Tambe Tabi Booman, magna cum laude. Gabrielle Zanaya McAlston. Zanai Monique McFarland. Garrig McDermott Miller. Arleth Mitchell Mirles Martinez, magna cum laude. Elijah Xavier Lachey Moore, summa cum laude. Sanaya Akira Moore. Ramsey Jean Murphy. Naima Yahya Ann Musa. Charlie Yvonne Nelson, cum laude. Oliver Jude Neville. Nyrell Antoine Nicholson. Kayla Jai Asia Norton. Emma Grace Orlowski.
Amia Bajan Jernay Parker. Christian Kamari Parker. Kamora Ann Parker. Nazaya Amani Parker. Daniel Wayne Patterson. Emily Marie Patterson. Trapper Wayne Peel. Travis Wayne Pendergrass. Darcy Jimmy Perez. Anayeli Perez Velasquez. Trinity Nevaeh Perry. Alyssa Mae Pierce, summa cum laude. Jakaya Lene Pittman, magna cum laude. Sadie Marie Porter. Bailey Claire Powell. Michael Wesley Prezioso, cum laude. Joshua Devon Pryor. Samira Nicole Randolph, cum laude. Peyton Douglas Reams, cum laude. Nicholas Jace Rose, summa cum laude. Ariana Lynette Richardson. Callie Rochelle Richardson, magna cum laude. Kayla Ann Richardson. Keelan Jashawn Richardson. Ryan Alex McCray Richardson. Shania Janae Richardson. Tyler Marquez Richardson. Zamaya Marquisha Abrielle Richardson. Egypt Hanaya Evasia Ricks. Joshua Alandez Ricks, magna cum laude. Micaiah Andrea Riddick, cum laude. Emma Ruth Regal. Julia April Robbins. Isabella Marie Robrero Cherry. Jorge David Rodriguez Cisneros. Zoe Lynn Rose. Genesis Jardel Rasa. Landon Kirk Rundle, magna cum laude. Amir Rashid A.C. Russell. Kirsten Dean Sarton, magna cum laude. McAdoo Griffin Sauls, magna cum laude. Terrence Marcel Saunders, Jr. Angel Joanne Sessoms, summa cum laude. Jamar Requan Shaw. Layla Imani Sherrill. Caden Renee Shook, magna cum laude. Christopher Braxton Silver. Derek Jabari Silver. Ethan Stoudemire Silver. Jace Artis Silver. Malik Elijah Silver. Kenya Michaela Smith. Canarion Montez Sproul. Nathan Allen Strickland. Nayada Shanice Strickland. Ricky Shamel Shakur Strickland. Caleb Tavon Sturdivant. Dixie Lee Taylor, cum laude. Danielle Lamont Taylor, Jr. Stefan Kelly Taylor. Lily Catherine Teets, summa cum laude. Benjamin Thomas, Jr. William Lee Thomas IV. Giovanni Rufino Torres. Vonan Tran, magna cum laude. Jaden Tyrese Tucker. Zachary Lee Vance. Amber Nicole Varnell. Jakaya Monique Vick. Cesar Gabrielle Vike Velasquez. Tanner Wayne Wadsworth. Destiny Nicole Walston. Kanidre Jaleel Wardrick. Jerron Shamar Wardrick. Larry Wardrick Jr. Kanidran Elik Bostrom Waring, summa cum laude. All right. Michaela Renee Washington. Kennedy Elizabeth Webb, magna cum laude. Olivia Claire Webb, cum laude. Tania Gracie Ann Wells. Hyland Scott Wheeler. Dania Janae Whitaker. Jalea Madison Whitaker. Jaden Malik Whitaker. De'Aris Elise Wilkins, magna cum laude. Marquise Tyvon Wilkins. Aldrich Demond Williams, Jr. Amaya Jabria Williams. Donise Sincere Williams. Josiah Zykel Williams. Jamazier McQuavis Williams. Christopher Allen Williams. Landon Isaiah Williams, summa cum laude. Logan Williams. Messiah Ann Williams. Cuzion Nehemiah Williams. Emma Grace Williamson. Callie Joy Wheels, summa cum laude. Tatum Kennedy Wilson. Israela Marie Woodard. Landon Cade Worrell. Junior Emmanuel Zavalza Barrios, magna cum laude. Allah Mohammed Zugby.
Items of business to attend to before we make it official, so if you would. And we're going to make this quick. And we'll make a memory, so let's just bear with us for a few minutes. Will the class of 2026 please stand? Dr. Ellis and distinguished guests, these students have completed all necessary requirements set forth by the North Carolina Board of Education, North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, and the Nash County Public Schools. By the power vested in me by the Nash County Public Schools Board of Education and the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you a graduate of Northern Nash High School with all the rights and privileges thereby. You may turn your tablets.